Alright, before I start this one quick announcement. Doctor Strange and Clea got a pin-up in the most recent swimsuit edition Marvel. My life has never been better. Absolute cinema. Now back into it. Are you guys ready for another DPS in Marvel Rivals? Because while I think he has potential for a tank, or probably not really a support, not really, unless they do something crazy, I don't think they're gonna do that. Now, we all know, or know, that it's going to be Hood and Jubilee next season, right? Everyone pretty much knows who Jubilee is because X-Men 97, pretty big. But the Hood is a little less known, and I think he is amazing. Not the Hood, it's just Hood. His name is Parker Robbins. I love the mystical side of Marvel more than I like anything else, so I wanted to tell you who this character is before he comes out and why I think he's probably not going to be anything but a duelist. So who he is. He's a thief. He's going to rob a warehouse. It's going to be like perfect heist, whatever. They run into a mystical seance. Before they can get out, a demon attacks them. Bang bang, shoots the demon, thinks it's dead, takes its cloak, and it takes its cloak and his shoes. Finds out that the shoes can let him walk on air, and the cloak gives him magic powers. Mainly the ability to turn invisible as long as he holds his breath. Throughout it turns him into some places. Sometimes it's described as a host for Dormammu, and sometimes it's just a connection to Dormammu. Essentially, he's a warlock of the Marvel universe. He draws power from Dormammu, and the same way Mordo does to just borrows power from other entities. He's borrowed powers from entities that aren't Dormammu during the comics as well, but that's not really important for the synopsis. And so he can do that. Sometimes he transforms and he has this demonic transformation. He can cast a few spells, not anything crazy like Doctor Strange, but he can cast spells using demonic magic. It's always demonic when he does it. He pulls, over time, he's learned how to pull more and more power out of his cloak, allowing him to do more than when he more of spells on his own than just borrowing them from Dormammu and other entities. So that's pretty cool. And I think they could do a lot there. Like maybe he uses the cloak. He can control the cloak on his own when he's not wearing it. He can just control it with his mind. And his shoes allow him to walk on the air. And his cloak, when it's damaged, it'll regrow over time. So, like, there's stuff there that you can make a really cool kit with. His main weapons, though, Glocks, and they shoot magic bullets that he enhances with his demonic magic. It's just bullets that are magically enhanced. They're magic bullets. It's raw as hell. It's fucking awesome. Okay, let's be so for real. It is amazing. But it's going to be a duelist with 2 pistols, with an invisibility, and some sort of dash or air walk, because those are the shoes. The demon shoes that he have the ability to. Sometimes he levitates or stands on the air. Sometimes because it's never quite flying. Sometimes he hangs upside down. It's like he's standing, but he's upside down doing it. It's some sort of airwalk, and however the writers want to write that, they write it. I think it's really cool. I think he has so much potential, but when you boil it down to what he is known for doing, if you read like a 2-minute synopsis, like what I just told you in the 2-minute synopsis, I included extra stuff that isn't in a 2-minute synopsis, like the cloak being able to control it with his own will and it regrowing and the demonic transformation. When you boil it down, it is just magic bullets, invisibility with the cloak as long as he's holding his breath. It's a weird thing. He overcomes it at some point in the comics. Quote unquote, because when he takes physical damage, he stops focusing and he stops holding his breath, and so he becomes visible again, but he's also able to talk while invisible. So I don't really know what they're doing with that sometimes, but it is what it is. So he's gonna have invisibility, some sort of airwalk, dual pistols. That sounds like a DPS kit with an his ult will transform him into his demon mode. those are my predictions. I don't think they're going to do anything really creative to make him a tank. I would love to eat my words. I would love to eat my words because you telling me if you told me that I could play as 3 tanks, 2 tanks that are mystic, I wouldn't believe you, but I would be very happy. And if that guy was a tank, I'd be extremely happy. If he was a support, I would be upset if he's a support. I'm not gonna lie, because it would just be like Ultron, where it just does not make sense for the character. Doesn't make sense for the character. His kit would have to be completely different from anything he's ever done in the comics just to make that work, just to make the idea of that work. But, but, it'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool. I think he's going to be incredible. However he comes out, he's going to be incredible. And this coming out is I'm going to go buy some more of his older comics this Saturday. There's doing a July 4th midnight sale. I was going to only buy Doctor Strange comics, but if they've got some of Hood, I'm going to go see if I can't get any of those because I think he is raw as hell. He's got a magic cloak that links him to demons, and he shoots magic bullets out of his twin Glocks. That's fucking awesome. Let me know what you think, think of this character, because I assume most people haven't heard of him until the teasers for Rivals came out, and since he's going to be a Rivals character, now everyone's gonna know who he is, which, low-key, well, high-key, the best thing that can happen for a Marvel character is that they get put into Marvel Rivals. Regardless of if you get skins, regardless of anything else, that is probably the best thing ever. Imagine people who only watched up till Endgame and didn't watch anything afterwards because they heard it was all bad. So they never watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3. You would never see Adam Warlock. You never see Adam Warlock. That's your first introduction to him ever. This game is so good for getting characters known. White Fox. Not many people knew about White Fox before that she was added into this game. And she's a pretty cool character. I've done some research on it because I've learned about her in this game. And I think the best thing that can happen to a character is being added to Marvel Rivals. So I am so glad Hood is being added to Marvel Rivals because he is so fucking cool. Just raw as hell. Magic bullets. One of my favorite Doctor Strange runs. It comes right after the Aaron Balacho run, where magic is dead, blah, blah, blah. I want to say the Inquisitor. That's not his name. Bear with me. I can't remember right now. But it comes like right after that. It's Doctor Strange X Punisher magic bullets because it's so fucking cool. That's pretty much it for me. Let me know what you think. What you think of this character. What you think of his kit. Because I think they could do a lot. Because he does learn how to cast a lot of magic powers. He has a Door of Dormammu. He's got a teleport. That's his chosen teleport skill. So, like, I think there is potential for really cool DPS kit, really cool support kit, and really cool tank kit. I want this. I kinda don't want this. I really don't want this, but I think it's best for his character. And also, what do you think that we're finally getting like a tried and true villain? Right? This guy is a villain. Some of the other characters in this game, oh, it's a force of nature, not really a villain. He's an anti-hero, not really a villain. This guy is a villain through and through. He's just a bad guy. Thank God.